I'll just start off answering questions.
I think you need a good running game from Isaiah Pete.
Well, there's so many things that go into the game plan, and it was field position, and we're trying to play the field position game, and it's being able to run the football and establish the run game. And Syracuse does a great job of ball control, and so we knew that our possessions were going to be limited. But we turned the football over, and then part of growing up as a defense is being able to handle sudden change. And we gave up all touchdowns but on one occasion. And you got to force a team to kick field goals. You can't give up touchdowns in sudden change situations, and we can't put our defense in those adverse situations. But, our possessions were limited, and we were never able to establish the run game.
Yes, maybe it's too simple, but they scored 17 points off 3 turnovers. You had 2 turnovers and didn't even get a first down.
Right. And, that's exactly what I talked about, is you turn the football over, we can't. And until we start protecting the football, we're not going to win very many games. I mean, it is what it is. And, we need to have a passion to protect the football. And they did a good job of capitalizing on our mistakes. And then when we had an opportunity to switch momentum, we didn't take advantage of that.
Did Zach have any chance to play today?
Well, no. Yeah, we thought earlier in the week, and we thought up until Wednesday, early Thursday, he would. And he was making great progress. We really pushed him Thursday to create some game-like situations for him, and he didn't respond the way we wanted it to.
He was out there dressed in uniform. Was that just like a decoy? Or?
Well, yeah, just a little bit, and he wanted to go through warm-ups so that players knew that he was in it with them, and that's the type of person he is. But like I said, our full intention, was to get him ready, and you never know how the body's going to react.
You anticipate they'll be able to play against West Virginia?
We'll know more probably the end of next week. The off week's coming at the right time, and I know there won't be anybody who will work harder than him to get himself back ready to play.
How do you think Chaz did? Obviously that one interception that they killed you.
Well, we didn't help him, and we weren't able to establish the run game, the turnovers, and we knew we had to start fast. And again, I knew we had to control field position and be able to flip the field position game, and we weren't able to do that as well.
How tough is it to control the passion and energy you guys want to play with when those 3 turnovers kind of keep bouncing back? That seems like it would kind of wear the defense down after a little while.
Well, it's difficult, especially, when you have as many guys take as many reps and snaps as we do, and you look at John Hughes today, and then when Derek Wolf went down, now you're really struggling up front. But it is what it is, and we got to answer the call. And I thought our kids were ready to play. Syracuse made plays. We turned the football over, and you can't do that. Bill said it. We start the second half. We drive the length of the field. We're on the 8-yard line. You got to finish drives, and instead they pick it off. They go down the field and they score, and you can't do that.
Do you know what Derek Wolf's status is?
I do not know. He was out on street clothes after he got injured, and we'll know a little bit more probably tomorrow or the next day.
What are you most disappointed about in today's game?
I'm sorry?
What are you most disappointed about?
Execution. Everyone has to step up and rally around your backup quarterback. And, I thought we took a little bit of progress at times on defense and creating some turnovers and some sacks, but you got to get off the field, and we have to force 3 and outs, and we have to be able to answer sudden change, and just the overall execution part of it.
Is there one thing that's contributing to all these turnovers that you've had this year, or is it just a combination of?
I think it's a combination. I'm going to tell you, you're not going to find a staff in the country that coaches harder than we do, and we take great pride in it. And it's just individuals, keeping the ball high and tight and taking care of the football. And, turnovers run in cycles, especially fumbles. And a lot of times, it's like a guy in a batting slump, and the kid's running, he's saying, don't fumble, keep it high and tight, boom, the fumble occurs. And sometimes it's it's a mental aspect of it that we have to get over, because obviously it's been hurting us all year.
You got down by 17 and Chaz was struggling a little bit throwing the ball. In the back of your mind, were you thinking about putting Kay in earlier than you did?
No. Chaz is earned that right in practice. And, Brendan's been battling an injury as well. There's a lot of things that people don't see that go on behind closed doors. Our big supporters do. They understand where we're at. But, the average Joe public has no idea. And that's why I can't say enough about our kids, because they're still trying. I mean, we had kids out there that should have never been out on the field today playing with injuries. And I'm never going to throw my players under the bus. I take full responsibility. This is my football program. We'll get it the right way, but it's all about recruiting. It's about developing our players. Case closed. And I'm the leader of this football program. I'm coming to work tomorrow, and nothing's changed with our demeanor. I expect our small senior class to show up tomorrow and lead. Is everyone embarrassed? Absolutely. Is everyone disappointed? Absolutely. Is this what we expect? No. But I'm going to be honest with you. It's part of being a head coach is to be prepared for these situations. And there are no surprises to me. And I love our kids, and I'm going to keep coaching them every day along with our coaching staff.
Do you coach Chaz during this past week not to force things? You tell him to try to let the game come to him, and how effective was he at that, do you think?
Well, I think sometimes, sometimes when you haven't played a lot, you try to force things and instead of getting into a rhythm. And, you can only simulate so much in practice. You can't really simulate game day. The speed of game day is a lot different. And did he press a little bit? Maybe at times. I'll know more when I watch the film. And you got to see too. Everything is about the receivers and the tight ends and the running backs. They paint pictures for the quarterback. And a lot of times what's their detail and their route running, and then also being able to protect the passer as well.
This is the pace that Syracuse, obviously, this kind of game that Syracuse really had to get you in to have a chance to win this game. Do you know how exactly? I know they were playing some two-shell on the bins and trying to take him vertically away from you guys, but what other than that were they able to do to kind of dictate the pace and the tone against a team that's historically dictates the pace and the tone on everybody?
Well, I think the biggest thing is they were able to get us in third and long situations. And anytime a team can get you in third and long situations, now you get all the drop eight coverages. They force your players to make plays with the different pressure packages that they bring. And it basically comes down to man on man. And we hit them once with DJ, it was man coverage. And, when you play a big pressure team like that, you have to hit them with big plays. If they're going to fire zone you and go 3 deep, 3 under, you got to hit the seam routes. That's where they're vulnerable. And so when a team pressures you, you got to have big plays. And if you don't, if you can't run the ball into all the wave blitzes and the zone blitzes and all that consistently, then that plays into their game.
Anything else, guys?